Alright, welcome back, guys. It is another day, another dollar. We are fixing a tile hole to start out the day here. Just for a little bit of update for stuff for you guys. We actually ended up finishing planting 5 days ago. Today's Saturday and we got done on Monday. So we're gonna go down there, we're gonna fix that tile hole because that's probably gonna take us a good solid chunk of the day. Let's head down to where Dad is at that tile hole because I probably should have been there a little while ago. So guys, it's been quite a few hours since I picked up the camera last, but we really went a long way on this whole tile project even to begin with. So we started this project about three weeks ago, and we were thinking it was just going to be a simple, you just put a tile cap on the end of the clay tile because we retiled this portion of the field back, I don't know, maybe 3-4 years ago, something like that. And we thought that they just plowed right through this old clay tile to make the new main that dumps out into the creek right over there. You can't see it, and so that's what we thought was the case. Then we uncovered it, and that's definitely not the case because they were running the main right here. They found the clay tile, they teed off, and then they kept going with plastic that way. So we just kind of had to leave it, and so then it just kind of sat because farming happened and we had to get all the crops in the ground. When I first came down here first, Dad had dug the rest of this out or redug it because a lot of it fell in and caved in and everything after all the rains because it got like 8 inches of rain on it before we could get back to it since we started it. So we went and got a new tee. So see, this is the main, this is the original main right here, and they found that where that clay tile was right there. They teed off into it and they kept running plastic up along in there, and so we had to get this tee, and it was all going good to put in this little 8-inch piece for a clay adapter, and we just were about to get it in there, and then we broke one of the old clay pieces. So Dad's running back to go see if he can find a longer 8-inch main, and then we can put the clay or plastic to clay tile adapter up on the end of it, and we should be all good. Alright, so this project is finally coming to an end. Dad's just filling in the rest of it right now, trying to get all this dirt back in that hole, smoothed over. Hey everybody, finally decided to tag along again, huh? I say that because the last bit that you guys saw when you were fixing the tile hole down there, that was pretty much exactly 3 weeks ago since then. So yesterday, I was kind of hoping to actually film yesterday, but then I ended up weed eating around all the telephone poles on the road ditches that we've already mowed. And so I really wasn't here a lot this afternoon, or at least I wasn't here when Dad was doing everything around the shop. So he washed the field cultivator, he also rinsed off the Magnum, and then this morning, when, I hate to say it, but when I was asleep, went and washed the planter off. So, but to be fair though, it was like 7:15 when he started washing it, so, and I had no idea what even he was doing. So we got some leaky cylinders that need to be addressed. So I don't know if maybe if you guys go back to a few of my spring videos, you might be able to see a few clips how leaky those hydraulic cylinders are, but they are extremely leaked. They were leaking really bad. So we're going to take these both cylinders are leaking from what I remember. So we're going to take both the cylinders off, and Dad's going to order a rebuild kit for both wing folding and unfolding cylinders and get those all fixed up. Then when we're done with that, then we can park the field cultivator in there, but that's going to be a little while before we can do that. All right, so I'm gonna back up the planter into that little area right there, because it's some mixture that it's like diesel and a couple other different chemicals and stuff like that, and we spray it onto any shiny metal. We do this on the combine, we do this on our corn header, we do this on our bean header, we do it on the plant you see back behind me, we do it on our field cultivator, we do it on our vertical tillage tool, we do it on pretty much anything. The reason why we spray it is so then it keeps the rust off of it and keeps it shiny, because otherwise if you just park it right in the shed, it'll start getting kind of corroded with rust, and then that might shorten the lifespan of your say for on a planter like your disc openers. They might get smaller and more worn down as time goes on. So what's in this chemical mixture that you're spraying on it?
Diesel and used oil.
So you guys saw a little bit of what he was doing there. So you actually just kind of see the shininess. So he was spraying the entire row cleaner or clean sweep system. So he's spraying the wheels, cylinder, and the frame bracket too, which you don't really need to do that because again, it's not shiny metal like this. This is painted, so this should help with the corrosion of the rust, and it actually shouldn't rust at all. But this shiny piece, all the paint's worn off, so there's absolutely zero protection for rust problems. And so he's spraying it on all the clean sweep row cleaners, and he's also spraying it on the disc openers in the center of the row. Sometimes and usually goes back and he'll start spraying the chains, and again the other drag chains down there too. Folding, and now we're just gonna pull it ahead a few feet. You see all them boxes right there? Those are supposed to be on the planter, so I'm gonna put them on the planter real quick and just set them up on there to get them out of the way, because we don't hook them up or anything when we're just letting it sit for the winter. We don't hook it up to anything, because there's no point. Okay, now this planter can be put back away for now. It has been it's either been 3 or 4 days since I've picked you guys up again. So we got this batwing sitting out right here. You guys, I think you guys have already seen that. We got our batwing marks we mow our, our road ditches. So like I said before, these wing lifts or wing hydraulic cylinders, or whatever you want to call them, wanting to leak oil. You can actually see some of the shiny parts where the oil's already been leaking, and it's only been sitting here for like 4 days probably. So we're gonna open up these doors, those doors, back the cultivator out, back the batwing out, put the cultivator in here, clear out a few areas so I can unfold it, so we can actually take those cylinders apart, and then move the batwing over there. Alright, so I got the Magnum pulled up. I just moved a few things on each side here, but now we're gonna try to unfold it, make sure nothing gets smushed by the wings, because they can smush really easy. They can smush anything really easily. So they're all unfolded. Put it in float. We'll be good. There is not a lot of room. You can see there is probably 1.5 feet, 2 feet right in between there. Like, we can barely even walk right in there. And then you go, and there's maybe not even a foot between the front weights and that side of the tire rim on the 180. So yeah, that's kind of what we're dealing with. Okay, so now we gotta start taking the cylinders apart and get them off so we can start actually tearing apart on the inside of the drum there and try to figure out what's wrong with them and then try to fix them.
Oh, she's a leaking outlet. There, leaking down here.
Or what's, how do you
get all the cylinder, get the hoses off, take the pins out, and we get over there on that workbench. Take these nuts off, and now let this end cap slide off of here. Pull this big rod's got a big piston in there with seals on it. So we'll just pull all that out and we'll repack it with a new seal kit.
So now this cylinder hose is disconnected. That second wing cylinder still got one more hose that's got to put on, but all the other ones I took off, and all the hoses that are going to this cylinder are took off. So now it's just a matter of actually getting the cylinders off of here, which it's probably either going to be not too bad or pretty hard, because these cylinders are big and they're probably pretty heavy. He just got the first pin pulled out, which is what holds this end of the cylinder onto this little slide bracket piece. Okay, so you can see we got the first cylinder out. Now we're trying to retract it, which it still doesn't want to. It looks like it doesn't want to give way at all.
Go get the backhoe tractor.
Oh gosh. I think this will do. We start running out of ideas when we get hooked up the four-wheeler to a hydraulic cylinder. Well, there we go. Wasn't so bad. It's leaking. It's pulling a little bit of oil in there. It's probably gonna have dirt in there now, but as you guys saw, we used the four-wheeler to pull the actual inside part of the cylinder out. Well, this is the piston that we were talking about. It's got the nut. We got this nut off. I'm not going to touch it because it's hot. We just took this off so we can take this piston off and replace all the seals on the piston, and then replace the seals up here and that one right around the outside, like what he said was the main culprit behind everything. So we got this whole thing took apart, so now it's just this pipe that goes across, and then where all the different seals are and everything on this end here, and here's the piston. So, and then we got all the seals and everything, little bit seals, big seals, everything we need in those 2 bags.
Wipes the dirt off of the rod as it goes in.
This is actually a dust seal, so it's not actually, doesn't seal the oil, it just seals the dust. And so if there's dirt on this rod as it gets retracted in when it's folding the wings, say when you're done with the field, that's what that's for. It's supposed to just wipe all the dust right off that, so when it goes actually into the cylinder drum, will be completely clean when it goes in there, so then the oil doesn't get dirty and then we have more problems. Well, all good things must come to an end, and supposedly that applies for us too. Because we were rolling right along in this seal kit, and we go to put one of the bigger seals on that goes around this part right here, and we go to put it on, it's too small. It won't go on at all. And come to find out, we got the wrong kit apparently. I don't know if it was like one number that was off on the part number, because this is a 4-inch cylinder and we got a kit for a 3.5-inch cylinder. So, and you can't make that work. Even though it's just 1/2 inch, you just can't make that work. So it's just, we're gonna have to go back to town tomorrow morning and just go get the right kit and try to fix it again. I'm just gonna put the tractor away, and I think we're gonna call it a night, and I think I got enough footage to call it a video. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. Been kind of slow going for a while. I haven't really done a lot besides mow ditches, and there's not a lot to show. So, oh well, it is what it is. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. See you guys.